Okay, I'm doing my 1 hour, 3 times a week exercise trike, recumbent trike ride. Get my exercise. Tell you what I want to talk about today. I want to talk about the different types of power assist there are for bicycles and also recumbent trikes. I ride a recumbent trike, so basically going to speak about that. Let me adjust my mirror here. Got knocked around a little bit. Speak about the power assist. And you basically have 2 types. Might be more. Well, actually there's 3. That's third one would be human. But the one I'm talking about now will be basically electric motors that assist you in riding your bike or your recumbent trikes. We have torque sensors, and what they do is they sense how much effort you put into the crank, and it gives you a percentage of help, assist, that is. Then there's the cadence sensor type that once you start cranking, it just starts firing up the motor and providing electric motor help with your crank on your bike. They can be either mid-drive, is actually where your trunk, where your pedals are, or they can be a wheel motor. And a recumbent trike would be in the rear, and on a bicycle would be in the rear. And they add assist that away, or just power that away. They're basically a power unit. They're not torque sensors. Now, if you want to keep your exercise maintained, torque sensors is the way to go. I have a torque sensor, Bosch E-Cat drive, for my expedition. And it's really nice. It gives you 4 different modes of assist. It has an econo assist. I think it gives you like something like 10% help. Gives you a little bit of help. Not much, a little bit of help. And when you're on a flat, straight ride, that's plenty for you. It's if you got any type of leg power at all. Now, excuse me. Excuse me. Then you have the next step up, which is touring. And touring, I don't know, I think it gives you like 70% or something like that of assistance. And it, like I say, if you're riding long distances, or you just need a little bit more help, more than the econo, you go up to the next step. And the next step after that is sport. And sports gives you more help, more assist. Then the top one is turbo. Turbo gives you the most assist. So basically, I mean, the way I use them is if I'm just riding along and I don't really need the assist, I want to get my heart rate up a little bit, just back it down. Heck, a Kano, put it in a Kano or touring. Those are the two that I use the most. And if you get a hill that you're going up and you're struggling a little bit, then go in sport or turbo. It's easy enough, just a button, you switch back and forth, plus or minus. Works great. Now, that's the Bosch system. Then I had on other trikes the Bafang. The Bafang's a very nice system. It's not a torque sensor, it's a cadence sensor. And one of the main difference between the Bosch system and the Bafang system is that the Bosch has no throttle. You can't just heck, if you hurt your leg or something like that, you're kind of SOL with the Bosch, because you still got to crank for it to move. Where the Bafang has got a throttle, and you can throttle up and get as much power as you desire. Now I'm going up a little grade here. See what it is. This is a 2% grade. It's gradual, but it's long. So this will get the old heart rate up. 122 right now. That's a good heart rate. Well, back to the types of assist. There's another company out there. I don't know if I can pronounce the name right, but I'll put the actual name up into the video. Tushong, something like that. That is a torque sensor. And it's got some advantages over the Bosch, and the biggest advantage is it's cheaper, a lot less expensive. Bosch is a German product, and they are very proud of it. It's not inexpensive at all. I'll stop and turn on my blinkies here. Okay, got my lights turned back on, my blinkies. Down the road we go. As I was saying, the Bosch, expensive. The other one, the Tucson, or whatever the name is, Tushang, Chinese, excuse me, company, and a lot less expensive. In fact, I seen it in there in a lower $300 price tag without a battery. And the other thing, main thing, that I would that makes it very appealing to me is that the Bosch has a proprietary battery system. The Bosch knows when you're trying to stick a third-party battery into the system, and it will shut down. It will not work. So you have to buy the Bosch battery, and they're not cheap. The batteries alone run into the $700 category. And old Skeeter's not made of money. That's for sure. But I bought the bike, the Expedition, with the Bosch ECAT system on it, already on it. Got a good deal, and so I'm kind of stuck with that. I could probably take it off and sell it, make more than enough money to buy the other one. But no, I bought it, had very low hours on the battery, very low charges. I think I only had 60 miles on the system, and so it's got plenty more battery charges left into it, and maybe by the time I need a new battery, maybe the price of the Bosches would come down. Well, I can hope. Anyhow, we can hope. I was going to buy an extra battery for backup in case I went on a long trip. But it's not needed. You know, it has plenty of power, unless you just want to just ride in turbo constantly. All right, coasting down my hill. Get my 20-mile-an-hour coasting going on here. Got a vehicle coming up behind me. Oh, he turned. We're gonna run into him again. He's gonna go the back way. If you go the back way, you catch the light. And I'm gonna go down the road here and I'm gonna catch the light. So if you get up here and you wanna make a left, it can be pretty hard on you to do that. This is a very busy road. Didn't used to be. I could travel this road, and back when I moved out here 50 years ago. Let me just sneak on out here. Got a nice apron that I can get onto here. Yeah, I moved out here 50 years ago. Only thing you could pass out here is a rock hauler, because where the phosphate mines, or if you just take this road and keep going on out, you end up out into the phosphate mine territory. My canopy trees. Got a stretch here without any canopies. That's okay. So, it's to each their own on what type of e-system that you want to put on your bike or trike to assist you in riding. I mean, I'm basically going to say, if you're in good health and you can go on riding your bike without any assist, don't use assist. But if you have issues where you need some help, one way or the other, So there's nothing wrong with having an assisted bicycle, tricycle, recumbent tricycle, whatever. I'm not the... I know there's people out there who will say, I'll never put a motor on mine. If it does, I'll just hang it up. Well, it's better to be out here. I'd rather be out here being assisted on my trike than be sitting home not riding. I'm out here in the sunshine. I'm out here in the air. I'm smelling other people's dryer sheets and I can tell you what make they are. Sometimes you get a good whiff of barbecue. Every now and then you get the sweet smell of orange blossoms, jasmine, goat, cows, horses. It's all part of the outdoors. Now this trike I'm riding, Expedition 700. The model is 700. They call it 700 because it's got a 700 millimeter rear tire. And it's classified as their racing series. Now when it comes to a bicycle, tricycle, recumbent tricycle, the only thing that'll make it a racing cycle is who in the hell is on it. You got an old fart like me on it, I don't care what you call it, as long as you don't call it a racing cycle. Because these old legs are not doing any racing. So I might be riding a trike that's built for racing, but I'm not racing. It's not going to be raced by me unless I'm up against somebody that's equivalent, the seniors tour, I guess you would say. Then, even then, I'm not going to do it. Them days are gone. I'm not the man I once was, and I'm not going to pretend that I can be again. I just want to stay in somewhat of a good shape, have decent health, and riding this trike does that for me. Keeps my blood pressure in check, keeps my diabetes, glucose levels in check, stops me from gaining a notorious amount of weight. And if I ride this trike more often, I would lose more weight. Heart rate's 124. Good heart rate. This trike has 29 gears. See, 3 times 27 gears. 3 times 20, 3 times 9, 27. So it's 27 gears. 3 gears on the pedal. And 9 gears on the spindle in the rear. And I live in the Alafai Valley. It's a river valley. Yeah. I got plenty of elevations to go up here just riding in my neighborhood. So I definitely get to use all those gears. Now when you're using the power assist, you have to give up the three sprockets you have up front, because that's where your motor is going to go, and it only has 1 gear on it. This is a 4% grade. I'm going up now. And it takes a little bit out of you. Let me get the old heart rate up. Yeah, still at 124. The more you ride, the lower your heart rate gets over time. My riding buddy, Jimbo, he can hardly get his over 100. His stays 60, 70, 80s. He just needs to come up here and ride more. Get some elevation. Been riding for 32 minutes. And then almost 5 miles. Sorry for the huffing and puffing, but that's the result. Coming up a 4% grade hill. Of course, you got the folks that live in the mountains. They got some serious grades to go up and down. I'll bow out. They get all my kudos though. Big thumbs up from me. But I'll bow out. Oh, you dummy. Shifted in the wrong direction. Making it harder on myself. Went to shift down the gears. I shifted up. Don't need that. Something else I want to complain about, since I got your ear. In my area here, we have Spectrum Internet. It's good. It's a good internet. I mean, you have problems with everything, but on whole, it's pretty good. But the issue is, they'll give you 300 300 megabytes per second down, but they only give me 10 up. And that's all fine and dandy if you're streaming. But you want to upload something, say like this video, to YouTube, it's only 10 up. So they don't really offer you any up speeds other than if I get the turbo system, it costs me like $20-$40 more. I get 500 megabytes per second down and a big whopping 20 up. And that's that dog won't hunt. Verizon now, the Verizon internet here, they give you like 300 down and 300 up. I don't really want to change. I have my phone system through Spectrum, and it's required to have the internet. So that kind of puts a damper on things. Okay, on the road again. I had to take care of the old overactive bladder situation. Too much information, I understand that, but it happens, part of life. Makes some of these rides really not so enjoyable, because there's a lot of places you just can't ride. There's just no, you know, to take a bathroom break, you need a bathroom break. Got my buddy down here that lets me know he don't like this trike. Well, he might not like me, I don't know. Wagging his tail. It's all right. Like I've always said, if I was a dog, I'd bark at this thing too. I turned down the gain on the wireless mic. It was a little bit hot the last time I used it. Turned it down a few dBs. See how that's going to work. I don't know if you can see it or not. It's attached to my strap right here underneath my beard. It's got a fuzzy dead cat wind muff on it. Helps cut out the wind noise. Almost 6 miles. Almost 40 minutes. Got about another 20 minutes. When you're riding one of these trikes or a bicycle, and you're not a young person, I'm 73 years old, you want to find yourself a nice cadence where you can pedal, keep your legs moving, and not really busting the hump to move. I'm sort of on a flat part of the road right now, and I have a slight hill coming up, probably a 1%er, 2%er at most. And I like to keep my cadence going, and I'll adjust my gearing so that I'm just not have to push all that hard to actually move. I want some effort. I like to have, I got to feel some resistance. I want the resistance, but I don't want that, oh God, one stroke at a time. One thing about a recumbent trike, you cannot stand up and use your weight for turning the cranks. It's all leg power, all in your thighs. Now I do the push-pull method because I do have cleats and I'm locked on the pedals. And when one leg's pushing, the other one pulls. One leg pushes, the other one pulls. And believe it or not, it really helps your legs out. And if you really decide you want to get moving along, then it really helps you with your speed too. If you really want to speed up, that push-pull can really get your cadence going. And a lot of folks say they can't do it all that well on a trike. Well, maybe they can't. I can't speak for other people, but I can. I get the push-pull thing going pretty good. In fact, to me, it's easier than it is on a bicycle. You have longer strokes on bicycle. Their cranks are longer. My cranks are short on here. Now I'd be hitting the ground. Or your knees would be smacking in the head. But I do like the recumbents. Very comfortable in this seating position. I believe this 700 model has a, I think I want to say a 23 degree, 27 degree incline seating position. I think it's the most radical one that Catrike has. I got about 2.5 more minutes. It says 8.8 miles so far. So that tells you how fast I'm going. I'm going to ride for an hour, so it'll be about 8-9 miles an hour. This is about the average around here for me. Now my son, he's in his early 50s. He can ride a neighborhood around here and he can get himself like 18 miles an hour. That's getting it and doing it on purpose. Me, I could do that on a power assist bike. Not on this, not without assist. I can about 13. That's about it. You know one thing, the longer I ride, I get into like a 20-mile ride or so, it seems I get my second wind and my legs are just raring to go then. And I got that 15, 16 mile an hour thing that I could do as long as I ain't going up a hill. Well, I got 1 more minute. I think I want to just stay close to home. Finish up that minute. Well, the old timer on the Garmin says I've been riding for 1 hour. So, Heading to the home front. Get her in the garage. Put her up for the day. Got my exercise. Heart rate's down to 105. It's alright. So this be old Skeeter. Down here doing his exercise, 1 hour. Recumbent Trike neighborhood exercise. Down here in the sand pile you call Florida. I call it the sand pile. He be gone.